Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In in this video, in midterm term exam teaching strategy, my name is Ikvina Khairunisa and this is my student number. I'm from English Education Program at Sultan Agung Islamic University. In this video, I will answer my question at midterm test, and this is my cases and my question. I have 6 points. Okay, start from number one. The question for number one is direct method or DM was introduced as a response to failure of grammar translation method or GTM. Mention and elaborate the differences between DM and GTM. Okay, before that, I want to explain what the mean of define of DM or direct method and GTM or grammar translation method. Okay. Direct method is a way of teaching foreign language subject matter where the teacher directly use the foreign language as a language of instruction and without using the language of the student at all in teaching. If there are words that are difficult for a student to understand, the teacher can interpret them by using props, demonstrating, describing, and another. And then, what the mean of GTM or grammar translation method? Okay, grammar translation method or GTM is a teaching method used to teach grammar with the main characteristic of focusing on translation and memorizing verb forms. When teaching, the teacher usually explains the material using the local language or native language. Okay, next for number two. The question for number two is you are assigned to teach your children English vocabulary of transportation you decide to use. Total physical response or please present and elaborate. One, what you will prepare for your teaching, and then two, how you will implement the method in your classroom. Okay, in this question, tell about total physical response. English vocab and my answer is English vocabulary of transportation by using total physical response. For first prepare for the teaching. And the point prepare examples of the transportation like cars, motorbikes, motorcycle and bus or another. And the next application of method in the class. Okay. After we prepare the example of toy, we must start doing an introduction to the transportation by English language. For example, this is a car this is ini mobil by using English language as this is a cars or this is a bus or this is a bicycle. And second, ask students to repeat the transportation in English. For example, like after we say, this is a car or this is a motorcycle, you must ask the student to repeat your talk, like, or you can nunjuk satu orang or beberapa murid untuk mengulang apa yang telah kamu katakan. The next, give reward to student who dare to mention it. If we give a reward from student, the student also happy and must have more spirit. Okay, this is the answer. Next for number three. The question for number three. In community language learning or CLL, teachers try to alleviate student anxiety by acting as a counselor rather than as a teacher. Why is alleviating students' anxiety considered to be very important in language learning? Okay, the question is why alleviating students' anxiety considered to be very important in language learning? And then next, my answer is anxiety in children is common thing. Many things can trigger anxiety in children. In language lesson, anxiety can come when the child cannot understand the material, does not know about the vocabulary. Maybe in the class when you are didn't don't understand what is your teacher say or what is the main of the material. You can or you can stress and you can I cannot like that. And then this is not good enough, and we as teacher must be able to reduce his anxiety because ongoing anxiety can be one of the inhibiting factors in learning that can interfere with the performance of one's cognitive functions, just such as in considering, remembering, forming concepts, and solving problems. This is my answer for number 3, and next for number 4. What is the question for number 4? And the question is, students' native language has different roles in language teaching. Some methods use students' native language during instruction, while other methods don't. Number 1, based on your best understanding, know how do you analyze it? And 2, mention the methods which permit the use of student native language and the ones which don't. 3, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using and not using student native language for instruction? Okay, but before I answer my question for number 4, I want to tell about native language of uh, as first language of mother tongue. Okay. Based on the analysis I did, the use of mother tongue as the language of instruction in teaching and learning activities in the classroom makes it easy for children to understand and what the teacher is saying. It is different when the teachers explain the material by using foreign language. Students will find out difficult or cannot understand. And the 4.2 or B mention the method which permit the use of student native language and the ones which don't. Or maybe for audiolingual method is a method that doesn't use the mother tongue and is a method used in teaching foreign language. And then the Suggestopedia is which one method which permit the use of student native language. Or number 3 or the third or C, what are the advantages and disadvantages for using and not using student native language for instruction? Okay, for the advantages first, student can love Indonesian more. Yes, it's sure. And the next, student can easily to understand the subject. Okay, for the disadvantages of using and using students' native language for instruction. For first, lack of student knowledge of foreign language. Yes, and then students do not like foreign language and think that it's difficult. Okay, that is my answer for number 4. And next for number 5. The question for number 5 is, would you give some example of teaching practice when communicative language teaching or CLT is applied? Okay. For the examples I have, teacher can use flashcards that contain different names and identities. The teacher give an example of a little conversation in the target language, like "Good morning, what is your name?" Then the student answer, "My name is Nina" or "My name is Vina," by using a foreign language and gesture also. The teacher gave instruction to the student, namely asking them to introduce themselves and ask their classmates for information. They must respond to English question and use English as well. Even though they know each other, in this activity they must answer based on their new identity as stated on the card. That is my example for answer number 5. Next, the last question for number 6. In number 6, I have link YouTube, and then uh, we must we must watch, and then brief a presentation. Okay. After I watch the video and my answer about content-based instruction is teaching English, teaching another subject area together in the same course. Okay, different kinds of content-based language introduction from the PPT. Is first, content-based instruction, content and language or CBE, and the next, content and language integrated learning or CLEL, and the last, English as a medium of instruction or EMI. The next, content-based instruction or CBE. A formal definition, content-based instruction is the integration of language teaching aims with content instruction. Snow 2014. The model of CBE, Brinton and Snow 2017. First, sheltered instruction, teacher support students, and then best instruction, English class focuses on a specific theme or idea, and then and the last, adjunct instruction, like two teacher works together, often in university settings, one of content and one of language. Okay, everyone. Okay, guys. The last slide is thank you. That is my answer of my question of midterm test for teaching strategy. And thank you very much for your watching. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you. Thank you.